Guys, there was homework.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Adobe Reader has now attached AI to it. And if you have a text, a long text, AI can give you a summary of it, what it is about. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. If you are reading a 10-page PDF, about something, lots of sentences, and you don't have so much of time, you can get a summary of that PDF. AI will read it and tell you what it is in short. आदमी को कहाँ ले जाने वाला है यार? Because all the hard work that we have done, the skills and all, it is just making technology makes humans lazy. Lifts,
Yeah,
they
Yes, sir. AI.
saved us from climbing the stairs. Cars, they saved us from riding a horse. Technology is making us lazier and lazier. Now, mentally lazy, it is making us mentally lazy. Earlier, technology made us physically lazy only, but AI is going to make us mentally lazy. It will do all the job we need
Good evening, sir.
ourselves to do. Yes. Good evening, Saloni. Thank you, Beta. Thank you. And shut the door, Beta. Let's see. First of all, you understand that in the present perfect, past participle, which is commonly called V3, which is more generally called V3, is very important. We use that. So here we have a list of some verbs. You have to write the past simple and past participle forms. The past simple form is used in the past simple sentence, and that's why we call it past simple form. Past participle, PP, present perfect form, okay? Was, were, and the past participle form, been. Travel, traveled and
traveled.
traveled. Have, had and had.
Had
Live, lived and lived.
lived.
See,
Saw, seen.
right.
Is awesome.
Infinitive, make,
Made, made.
made, made. Meet.
Met.
Met,
Met.
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 I like the way you said it, Renu. Met. Take.
Took.
Took, taken.
Buy.
Took. Taken.
By bought, bought.
Bought.
What and what?
Not Anish, not the way you said it, the way Shubhankar said it. Shubhankar, say it again.
Bought.
Bought.
Well done, Shubhankar. Do.
Did, done.
Did. Done.
I'm very excited about the result in the future. I hope I don't lose my passion. Spending time with young children, 6-year-old children. You guys know that, right? 6-year-old children. Every day I spend 40 minutes with them in my school. And today I noticed I pronounce the word, my pronunciation is very correct, in a lot of cases. Sometimes I slip as well. That's okay. Not a big deal. I'm no Englishman, but I said I'm no Englishman, okay? I'm no Englishman. Notice,
Englishman.
which means I'm not an Englishman, okay? I'm no Englishman. Uh, so obviously sometimes I slip here and there in my pronunciation. I make a few mistakes, but overall my pronunciation, my rhythm, my intonation is very natural and neutral. If I'm talking to somebody from other countries, straight away they will not know I'm from India. Straight away they will not know. They'll have to listen to me for like a minute, 2 minutes, and then I will give them a few clues here and there that I'm from India. Otherwise, my normal pronunciation and rhythm is definitely different from most Indians, the way they speak. And why not? Because I did not grow up speaking English and listening to English from Indians. I learned English listening to people from outside India. Hello? So obviously, my intonation has to be different. I have given thousands of hours to listening to the BBC. So that has to show its impact, its effect on my speaking. And so today, what happened? I'm just trying to tell them this easy thing. Every day, I go to the class and first 5 minutes I do. What day is it today? And they answer. And then I asked, what day was it yesterday? Okay, that's the right way, no? Yesterday. But not everybody says it yesterday. But they're young kids. It took them just 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and now they're all saying yesterday, yesterday, my way, exactly my way. And they don't sound like, they're trying or something. They sound very natural. Yesterday. They copy rhythm very easily. They're 6 year old, 6 years old. They don't have the uh, big baggage, Their habit is not that old. Just for a couple of years, they have been saying these words and not every day. So it's easy for me to change their pronunciation. Tomorrow, the way I say tomorrow, the way you guys will say it will be slightly different. I know. So today, not today. See, I tried to give you an Indian way today. I said today. Okay. So they are catching these things pretty quickly. And like I said, I'm very excited about this whole process and I'm waiting for a great result. So guys, past perfect, past participle is used in the present perfect sentence, right? V3. Mostly V2 and V3 are the same. They look the same. Had, met, bought, lived, traveled. Mostly they are the same. V1, V2, V3 are the same. But when you use the past simple, you don't have there. You simply say subject in V2. And in the present perfect, you say subject, has or have, and the third form. So I made and I have made sound very close, similar. I made and I've made. There is a small difference. I've made, not I have made. People don't talk like that, Renu. People don't talk, I have made. They don't say that. They say, I've made. I've made.
I've made.
I've
I've
made.
made. I've made.
Again, you don't need to worry about it. Nobody needs to worry about it. They just need to listen to a lot of people speaking good English. Those who speak good English, listen to them for long and you will change. I forgot to share with you guys that suddenly I remember when I'm talking about exposure, that chef that I was talking about.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Mm.
Maybe, maybe we'll watch a video of hers here in the class today, and then you guys can subscribe to her channel on YouTube, watch thousands of her videos.
Mm.
Present perfect and past simple. Let's read the text. Edgar Myrovic. You guys, go ahead. Renu. Edgar
Yeah.
Myrovic is a tennis player.
Is a tennis player.
Hmm.
He is only 16
He is
years.
already 60 years old.
Only
Hmm.
3 years old.
He is
But
already 60 years old.
But he already has already
Already
won
won
one,
winning
one,
tournament.
one, one, one,
mm,
one, one, one,
Won,
one, not one,
won,
one.
won.
already
Won.
won.
He has already won. And
He's
already
already
won
won
He
many
already
Yeah.
tournaments in his
he
life.
has already won
Why not already won?
on
Why
his
has already won?
in his life.
He
He has
started,
already won
he started playing.
Why? Why?
The experience.
It is experience of his life, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
We don't have the time when he won. The
Mm.
sentence doesn't mention when.
yeah.
Mm.
The sentence only says yes.
Mm.
Hmm. Two.
He started
He started
playing
playing
tennis with
playing
his father
his
when he
father
was 3 years old.
Why did you say started? Why didn't you say has started?
With his father when
Because
he
he
there
was
was
is
3 years
mentioned
old.
3 years
about
old.
timing.
He
When
was
did he
three
started?
when he was
Because we have
3 years
a
old.
definite time when he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Go on.
2 years ago,
2 years
he went
Years
ago,
ago,
he
to
went
American.
he went
America
He
to
went
America
to
to a
America,
famous tennis
to
school in California.
California,
California.
California.
Why past tense? Why past tense?
'Cause
2 years ago,
against there is
Time is
again, there is
there is
already
mentioned.
time.
time
Time.
2 years ago.
2 years
2 years ago.
ago is a past time expression.
Yeah.
2 years ago is a,
Past time
Past.
expression.
we cannot use any other tense with 2 years ago. The only one tense possible is
Past simple.
2 साल
Can.
पहले. 2 साल पहले. He went
Mm.
to America to a famous tennis school in California. Edgar and his father
Have
Edgar and his
traveled
father
His
have
traveled
traveled
father
too many
have
have
countries.
traveled
been
to
to
many countries.
many countries. Last month.
past simple or present perfect.
Present perfect.
Present perfect.
Present
Why?
perfect.
Why?
Because they are
Again,
sharing about their
they are sharing
experience.
experience
Yeah, this sentence talks about their experience.
or the work they have already done.
Things they have already done.
Yeah.
Edgar and his father have traveled to many countries. Last month,
Last
They
month they
went to
went,
They
a tournament
went
uh,
in
went
Australia.
to a
went to
tournament
a
in
tournament
they
in
Australia.
went to a
Australia.
tournament.
They
Went to a
went
tournament.
they
They
went
went
to
to a
Went to a
tournament.
tournament in
Not they have been to a
Australia.
tournament. They went to a tournament
They went to Australia.
in Australia.
Australia.
They went to a tournament. Why went to? Why not have been?
Last month.
Last month
Last
Last
month,
month
because
is
of
a past time
last
expression.
month. Yeah,
I'm
past
very
time.
glad, Anshu, you're answering so quickly.
Mm.
It means you have given time to this exercise and you have you have thought about your answers. अगर यही सिंसिरिटी अगर ऐसे रहे ना अंशु, यही तुम्हारा, मुझे याद है शुरुआत का, अभी जैसे कर रही हो ना, इन्वॉल्व होकर के बीच में खत्म हो गया था अंशु. यू हैव टू एडमिट. भाई क्यों करते हो ऐसा? क्यों जाने देते हो उन चीजों को जो इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट तुम्हारे लिए? शायद इसी को बचपना कहते हैं. नहीं, हम लोग नहीं कर पाते. रेनू कर पाते हैं क्या अभी? मन मार करके शुभांकर, एट दिस एज नाउ आई एम श्योर हम लोग मन मार के भी वो काम करते जो जरूरी है. नहीं, even if we
Yeah,
don't want to.
yeah.
yeah.
But when we were younger, we couldn't really control our emotions that well. We just didn't, if we didn't want to do something, we didn't do it. But now we compromise more with ourselves. Perhaps that's maturity.
Yeah.
Or we already know what is time important, and
Yes,
we have already wasted so much time, or some other ways.
yes,
I
yes. We have
Yeah,
learned our lesson.
yeah,
Older people are more ready to make compromises in this way,
yeah, sir.
when it
Mm,
comes to realizing what is important and all.
mm,
Yeah. This is a big struggle for me. When I am at school, I enjoy being with young children, but one thing is very different. Young children don't care. They learn naturally, but they don't really make a special efforts to learn. You know what I mean? I'm talking
Mm.
about language. They don't really like you guys make a special efforts. I remember yesterday's conversation, Renu, when you said we are waiting for the taxi to take us to the airport, and how you said, sir, we would say to go to the airport, not to take us to the airport. And you thought about it so much, so deeply. At school level, people don't really care about the language so much. हो गया बात खत्म. हाँ तो ऐसे है तो है. They don't really go so deep into it.
but the environment we have, that English is not very important for our
I don't
growth,
agree. They
or
all
else.
agree, realize, and they all say that English is very important, but they are not ready to delve so deep, to go so deep in it. As long as they can put their words together somehow, a few grammar errors here and there, they don't care. And to appreciate the difference between our English and native speakers' English and the gap, that's something too much to expect from them. I was just so happy because I was talking about it, and then you suddenly gave me that example that, sir, if we would write this, we would write to go. At first, I didn't understand what you were saying. And then I
Mm,
realized that, yeah, really cool, good example, good observation. Remember that lady I told you about, someone who has a 6-year-old child and who's a school, that child's school has asked, the mother to improve her English, the child's English. Remember, I shared something like that and told you this
Yes, sir.
child goes to a very good school, very big school. She is paying 13,000 rupees a month.
mm, mm,
13,000 rupees a month fee. So I believe that I gave her confidence that don't worry, if the teachers are fluent in English, the children will sooner or later become good. No worries, because children just need exposure. They don't need explanation. Understand me what I'm saying, guys. You guys need explanation. Renu, Shubhankar, Nishat, Anshu, Uzma, you guys need explanation because you're not 6, 7 year old anymore. But 6, 7 year old children, they just need exposure. They do all the observation and analysis on their own over time. They will not make any mistakes that their source is not making. Do you know what I'm saying now? If their source means the teachers, the parents, whoever is speaking to them in English, if they don't make any mistakes, the children will not learn to make any mistakes whatsoever. And if they are making certain mistakes, the children will definitely make those mistakes. Because for children, learning a language is all about copying it. That's it, mimicking it. I can't tell you, 3 days ago, a boy came to my school, class one. His name is Nitin. He has got big eyes. He looks very cute, chubby cheeks. Very nice guy and full of energy. I think he's sharp, very sharp. First day, and I said, everybody. And he's been repeating that word, everybody, everybody, everybody. He loves saying it exactly the way I said it. Children do not have this problem. You guys have an old habit from your old teachers, so you will not be able to copy my pronunciation. If I say everybody, you will say everybody, everybody. Your pronunciation will not follow my rhythm. That Nitin, that 6-year-old boy, first day he heard this word out of my mouth and he liked it. And he just says it, everybody, everybody, like this. He doesn't know what he's saying. He just likes repeating the sound. He doesn't know what he means. It means. He's just repeating the word. And he repeats it exactly the way I said it. Okay. So explanation of grammar, analysis, all these things are needed for people like you. But when you are teaching young kids, you don't need to give them an explanation. Shut up if you're trying. Just talk to them. Don't worry how many mistakes they're making. Don't worry. It will take them some time and they will iron out all the mistakes. They'll take care of all their mistakes.
Sir, what did you said? Iron out?
All their mistakes.
Take care. Means.
Basically, when you iron, okay, you iron out the creases, it becomes smooth and everything. So there are mistakes there. And if you iron out the mistakes will be gone and it will be all good and correct. Okay. So yeah, you have to have that listening, intent, Shubhankar, that you have, that you notice what I'm saying and all. You have to do the same with other audio files, or YouTube videos where there are people talking to each other in English. Listen and try and understand. Aisha, Mahfouz is trying to join. Ask him what he's here for. Edgar play. Okay, number 6, everybody.
Edgar played. Edgar
Present perfect or
played
past
well.
simple?
Edgar
Past
has
simple or present perfect?
Past simple.
Why past simple? Why past?
लास्ट मंथ की बात हो रही है ना
played well. No,
Why past simple?
played well.
क्योंकि
Because
वो लास्ट मंथ
last month when he was, when he was playing in that tournament,
Yeah, yeah.
so it is indirectly mentioned. That's why it was mentioned already here. And it is a continuation of the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, guys? It is the continuation of the same thing. Last month, they went to a tournament in Australia. Edgar played well. Where? In Australia. Last month. But he
But he
didn't win.
hasn't played.
क्या कर लिया अंशु?
didn't
ड्रग्स व्रग्स करके आ रही है क्या? सारा सारा जवाब एकदम सॉलिड सॉलिड. इसमें मैंने पूछा कि कैसे हुआ तो बोल रही लास्ट मंथ. सही है. तो क्या था? 4 दिन पहले जो डांट लगाई उससे कुछ एक्टिवेट हो गया है या क्या कर रही हो? मतलब कि ऐसा क्या? Why are you blowing so hot and cold? 3 days ago you were messing up big time and now you're giving all correct answers. Anshu, what was that? Was it your trap, to make me say bad things about you? What did you do? Huh? Guys, can you notice she said very quickly? I said Edgar played well. Why? Past tense. She said because last month he played now in Australia. Yes, that's right. We know which incident we are talking about. We are talking about his performance in Australia. He played well, but he didn't win.
Didn't win.
Number 8.
He hasn't
he
played.
hasn't played
Well,
Women.
Yeah, he
Wim-
hasn't played at
Yes.
Wimbledon yet. Means he's going to. He is going.
is going to.
But he hopes to play there next year. See, he hasn't played at Wimbledon yet, but he hopes to play there next year. No problems? Any questions? Now exercise. The exercise here. Has Edgar won many tournaments?
Yes, he has.
Yes, he has.
2. When did he start playing tennis?
When he was 3 years old.
When he
When
was
he was
3
3
years
years old. When was 3
Did he
years
go
old?
to America 10 years ago?
no he
No,
didn't
No, she
He
didn't.
didn't go to.
didn't.
No,
He
he
went
didn't.
2 years
He
ago.
didn't go to America. 2 years ago.
Number 4.
Have, have they traveled a
Have they
lot?
traveled a lot?
Don't say, why would you use the word they? Who are you referring to?
Because he and his father,
Where is that sentence mentioned here?
have
In
they
the
traveled
conversation.
a lot?
in this conversation? Do you see his father anywhere?
Because the answer is yes, they have.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
they have, but you are not getting my point, Renu. In the question, if you say, have they traveled a lot? Don't you
Hmm.
think people will ask who? They who? People will get confused if you say they now in question.
Okay.
Because
Have.
in question 1, 2, and 3, there is no mention of his dad. So why
Hmm.
are you suddenly using the pronoun for his dad without using the
Yes.
noun?
Hmm.
So the right question should be, correct word will be,
Have
Has
Edgar and
have
uh,
Edgar and his
have
Edgar and
father.
Edgar father
and
and Edgar.
father travel a lot.
Yes, they have. अब
हम्म,
इसको मैं कितना इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन मानूं? मैंने जो दे मना करा क्वेश्चन में ही यूज करने के लिए, राइट? It is simply a pronoun thing. But I know how big a difference it will make eventually. That you guys know what the pronouns refer to and why you should use the pronouns. You cannot make pronoun mistakes and be good at English. Impossible. Yes, there are some technical things like neither, either and stuff like that, none. So they are technical words. There are people who have different opinions about those words. You are drinking juice, Shwankar.
No, sir. Coconut water.
Coconut water. Okay, in a carton.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. How much did that carton cost?
Maybe it is 400 yen. In Indian money, uh, 250 rupees approx.
Okay. 400 yen is about 250 rupees. So rupee is
Yeah,
stronger than yen.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, interesting, interesting. And how much is a liter of milk in Japan where you live?
It is in Indian money, uh, 170 rupee rupees.
170
Yeah, yeah.
for 1 liter of milk.
2 liter, 2 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter.
1 liter, 170 rupees for 1 liter.
Yeah.
Shubhankar, let's make a tunnel, okay, from India to
Yes.
Japan. I will put the milk here, and you will just receive it all there. We will become billionaires very soon.
Yeah.
My goodness. You know, farmers here will be more than happy if we give them 50 rupees for a liter of milk, and there we will sell it for 150 rupees, not 170, to cut down all the competition. Hello? नहीं वहाँ क्या पंक्चर ओ ओ तो 5 बजे वो आने वाले थे यहाँ बिहार शरीफ, और उसके बाद रात में 8:30 बजे हम जाते हैं उनके साथ। तो ये प्लान था, लेकिन बात करना पड़ेगा। सो विल यू कॉल हिम डायरेक्टली एंड आस्क कि आप कितने बजे आएंगे, क्योंकि ये सारा सिचुएशन है। अच्छा ठीक है, छोड़ दीजिए। हाँ कोई नहीं, रहने दो। ठीक है। तो आई वाज सेइंग, yeah, yeah. I mean, really, 170 rupees. That's a lot of money
Yeah.
for a liter of milk, guys.
It's expensive.
Very. Is anything cheaper there than in India?
Mm, no, there is nothing
That
cheaper
is cheaper
than India.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is more expensive, but milk
Yeah.
is really
But
cheap.
but if I compare to other food,
Mhm.
then it would be eggs.
Eggs. How
Yeah.
how much do you pay for a single egg?
No, I pay for 10 eggs. It
How much?
approx again to 160 rupees.
160 rupees for 10 eggs.
Yeah,
So it is two times. In India, you will have to spend 8 rupees for an egg.
yeah,
In my city, I think we can easily get 100 rupees a dozen. Easily. Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
8 rupees a piece. Yeah. Well, it's twice as much as in India.
Still, it is how could I say? It's not quite expensive
So you
in
don't
Japan.
consider eggs very expensive in Japan. When you
Yeah,
buy them for 100, whatever money you said, it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
feel very expensive to you, right? Eggs.
yeah, yeah.
I agree. I agree. Because in big cities, eggs would be a little more expensive here in India as well. In small towns, they cost around 8 rupees an egg, 100 rupees a dozen. So 100.
Yesterday, I saw a mango called Yamazaki mango.
Okay.
It was Indian money. It would be six six 6,000.
6,000 rupees for one egg.
One
One
two
mango.
two mang two mango
Two
Two
mango
mangoes.
mangoes.
Two
two
Oh,
mangoes,
mango
so
6,000 rupees.
mango.
expensive.
Wow. 6,000 rupees.
Very interesting, guys. 6,000 rupees for two mangoes. Hello?
Yamazaki mango.
Ah, bilkul.
It is famous all over the world.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. 6,000 rupees for two mangoes. I think that's where rich people spend their money now. We often wonder, what do they do with all their monies? Like those who earn millions and billions.
Yeah.
So they can't eat, 100 rupees a kilo mangoes, 200 rupees a kilo mangoes. They need to buy mangoes, two mangoes worth 6,000 rupees. That's how they can show the importance of having money, the use of having money. I mean, yes, rich people have a different kind of lifestyle. Eventually, for all humans, what matters is a fulfilling relationship, job satisfaction, right? A good support system in terms of family. These are the most basic things we all need. But beyond that, you can definitely enjoy life if you have these things, and you have money as well. But if you have money at the cost of these three things, then I don't think you can really enjoy life. If you have money plus your basic support system of your family, a good, fulfilling relationship with your family, and a satisfying job, then definitely you can really, really be, I will say, lucky to have extra money as well.
And in Japan, some people grows uh, uh, square type. How would I say? तरबूज उसको क्या कहते
Yeah,
हैं?
but watermelon,
Watermelon. Yeah.
right?
And they sell it for uh, 5,000, 4,000
Indian rupees.
in Indian rupees,
Oh,
and people
one
pay
watermelon.
one watermelon, and people
Per
kg
piece, yeah.
for
Yes, yes.
have it, kg
Oh,
to have it.
wow, wow. I know, because watermelon is not easy to grow in Japan because Japan is not hot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Right. So, I mean, do you think there are some business ideas for you to make some quick money, fast money there in where you're living? Because you're from India, do you have any advantages?
Maybe it would be like how could I say?
Do you think
जो
you will have to
मूर्ति
take
मूर्ति होता होता है ना, मूर्ति
Murti
जो
statues?
statues.
You can make statues.
Yeah, cause they love to have statues
Buddha statue.
like like in India we have lot of statues like made of soil,
Yeah, yeah. Made of clay, China
clay.
clay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And porcelain, made of
yeah, yeah,
porcelain. So if you are a sculptor, a person who makes those statues, they're called sculptors. So if you
yeah,
are a sculptor, you can make good money in Japan, right?
yeah,
People
yeah, yeah.
people value statues there.
Yes, yes.
Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Interesting to know. Have Edgar and his father traveled a lot? Yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
Have they been to Australia?
Yes, they have.
They have.
They have.
They have.
Yeah.
When did they?
When did they go to Australia?
Last month.
Last month.
Did Edgar win?
No,
No,
he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Number 8. Has he ever?
Has he ever played
Played.
ever played
at
at
Wimbledon?
at
No,
Wimbledon.
he has
No, he hasn't.
not
No,
yet.
he hasn't.
Not yet.
Sorry.
This is very interesting. Dr. Greenbaum story. Poor Dr. Greenbaum. Complete the story. Put the verbs in brackets into the present perfect or past simple. Two men met and started talking. Men met and started talking. One of them was very unhappy. अब देखो स्टोरी लिख के बताने की एक इनडायरेक्ट मैसेज है तुम्हें. तुम कहानियां सुनाओगे तो पास्ट टेंस में सुनाओगे ना, ऐसा हुआ वैसा हुआ एक दिन, राइट? Two men met and started talking. One of them was very unhappy. Life is terrible, he said. Everything in the world is ugly. Remember, Shubhankar, yesterday he said the train, the flight to Rome, everything in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
world. Everything is ugly in the world. Everything in the world is ugly. See, everything in the world is ugly. Everything is ugly in the world. Okay? The same kind of sentence. So everything in the world is ugly. दुनिया में जो कुछ भी है बेकार है. Everything in the world is ugly and has no meaning. And has no meaning. Sometimes people get that feeling, this opinion, this feeling, and they feel really unhappy when they have this idea. I will say I've been through this feeling. Renu, did you notice I use the present perfect? I've been through this feeling. हाँ,
yes,
बुआ हमको भी ये feeling रहा है. I've been through this feeling. Everything in the world is ugly and has no meaning. I don't agree, said the other man. I don't agree. Life is wonderful. What are you saying? Everything in the world is ugly and has no meaning. Life is wonderful. The world is beautiful. Think of Italy with all its art and culture. Think of Italy with all its art and culture! Exclamation mark. Have you ever been to Italy? Yeah, replied the sad man. I was there last year. I went there last
I
year.
went the
I
last year.
went there last year.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it. What about the beauty of the world? What about the beauty of the world? What about the beauty of the world?
I have.
Well,
Have
have
you
you
ever
ever
Have you ever
seen
seen
the
seen?
northern lights and the midnight
midnight
sun?
sun?
And the midnight sun? Yes, said the unhappy man. Yes. I went to Norway with my wife
When my wife
and we
and
saw
we
the
saw.
northern lights and the midnight sun.
Didn't enjoy it.
I didn't.
So, so number 5.
Mhm.
Uh, why do we don't use? I have been to Norway with
Very
my wife.
good question. I was hoping somebody would ask. Okay. Saying that good. It's good that you asked. People listen. Because the conversation started here, have you ever seen the northern lights and the midnight sun? The question is, have you ever seen the northern lights and the midnight sun? The answer in the present perfect is yes. But if you start giving the details, kab, kaun, kahan, kaise, which tense?
Okay, got it.
Past simple.
Past simple.
So at first he said yes. He said yes. I've seen the northern lights. I've seen the midnight sun. Yes means yes, I have. And
Yes,
then
I
he is
have.
now giving the details now. I went there with my wife and we saw the northern lights and the midnight sun. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not interested in tricks of light. Now you tell me, क्या ये पॉसिबल नहीं है कहना आई हैव बीन टू नॉर्वे विद माई वाइफ? यस, इस जगह पे नहीं. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव बीन टू नॉर्वे विद योर वाइफ? ऐसे मैंने एक पूछा ग्रुप से, ऐसे ग्रुप से पूछा, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव बीन टू नॉर्वे विद योर वाइफ? नॉर्वे को बैंकॉक करो, मजा आ जाएगा. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव बीन टू बैंकॉक विद योर वाइफ? ओके, तो कुछ लड़कों ने कहा आई हैव. वो क्या कह रहे हैं? दे आर सेइंग
I
दैट दे हैव बीन टू बैंकॉक
do.
विद देयर वाइफ. समझ में आ गई बात? तो ये एक अलग तरह का अनुभव हो सकता है, लेकिन यहाँ वो अनुभव नहीं है, अनुभव के डिटेल है
I
दोस्तों.
used here past perfect, present perfect.
तो मैं अभी तो समझा रहा हूँ इतनी, आप खाली इस दुख बात का दुख मत मनाइए कि आपने यूज किया. आप ये सुनिए जो मैं सुना रहा हूँ, और मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप सुन रही थी. अगर आप खोई हुई थी तो बड़ा अफसोस होगा मुझे. मैंने क्या बताया आपको अभी? मुझे लगता है ये दुख मनाने चली गई थी. रेनू दुख मनाने चली गई, नहीं सुनी इन्होंने मेरी बात. चलो दोहरा देता हूँ जल्दी से. द क्वेश्चन वाज, हैव यू एवर सीन द नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स एंड द मिडनाइट सन?
Yes, I
यस,
have.
यस.
I
Yes,
have.
यस मतलब क्या हुआ?
I
यस आई हैव.
yes I have.
फिर आगे जो भी डिटेल देना है, यस नो क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट में एक्सपीरियंस के बारे
Hmm.
में. फिर उस एक्सपीरियंस के डिटेल्स जो देते हैं वो किस टेंस में देते हैं? कब हुआ, कैसे हुआ, किसके साथ हुआ, किसके कौन सा टेंस में रहता है डिटेल?
Past
तो वो
simple so.
डिटेल नहीं है, यस के बाद वो डिटेल नहीं है.
Yes. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Hmm.
और सुनिएगा, अगर कोई पूछे, ठीक है, हैव यू एवर बीन टू बैंकॉक विद योर वाइफ? तो ये अपने आप में एक एक्सपीरियंस पूछ रहा है कि कोई अपने वाइफ के साथ बैंकॉक गया है जी? तो उसमें हम बोलेंगे यस आई हैव. मतलब क्या हुआ?
I've been to
Gaya.
Bangkok
Yes,
with
I
my
आई
have.
हैव बीन टू बैंकॉक विद माई
And
वाइफ.
mobile.
ठीक है,
Hmm.
आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड. हैव यू, अच्छा सुनना, हैव यू एवर ड्रंक वाइन विद योर वाइफ? ये भी एक सवाल है कि नहीं है, एक्सपीरियंस के
yeah.
तौर पे.
Hmm.
और जब यही सवाल ही पूछा गया, हैव यू एवर ड्रंक वाइन विद योर वाइफ, तो सामने वाला क्या पूछ रहा है? हैव यू एवर ड्रंक वाइन या हैव यू एवर ड्रंक वाइन विद योर वाइफ? कौन सी एक्सपीरियंस में इंटरेस्टेड है वो?
With your wife.
राइट. इसमें तो इसका जवाब हम देंगे यस नो, दो में से एक. लेकिन अगर किसी ने मुझसे पूछा हैव यू एवर ड्रंक वाइन, तो अभी किस चीज में इंटरेस्टेड है?
Drunk
my
wine.
ex- my experience of
Your
drinking wine, my
experience. Yeah.
experience of
Your
drinking wine.
experience
Have
of
you ever
drink.
drunk wine? Yes, I have.
I have.
But only after my marriage I started drinking. I first drank wine with my wife. यहाँ बोल सकते हैं I have drunk wine with my wife. इस सिचुएशन में सवाल ही क्या आया था? Have you ever drunk wine? तो मैंने कहा yes, I have. I started drinking after marriage. I first drank wine with my wife. कुछ समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ
Got
पर
it.
वो विद माई वाइफ वाला पास्ट टेंस में है. समझ रहे हो क्यों?
Hmm.
बिकॉज इट इज द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दैट एक्सपीरियंस.
Hmm.
आपको यहाँ पर ये डिस्क्रिप्शन के जैसा दिख रहा है कि नहीं?
Yes, yes.
हैव यू एवर सीन द नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स एंड द मिडनाइट सन? यस,
Yes.
I went to Norway with my wife and we saw the northern lights and the midnight sun. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not interested in tricks of light. I'm
Tricks
not
of light.
interested in tricks of
Tricks
light.
of light.
I'm not interested in tricks of light. But the natural world is so amazing, said the optimist. But the natural world is so,
Amazing.
but the natural world is so amazing. But the natural world is so amazing. Have you ever seen lions in the wild in Africa? Have you ever seen lions in the wild in Africa? Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Came the miserable reply, yes, I have. Came the miserable reply. I made the reply miserable. Yes, I have. Miserable means happy or unhappy?
Unhappy.
Obviously. Good condition or bad condition?
Bad condition.
Bad
Right.
condition.
Right.
I have. Came the miserable reply. Miserable. Miserable mat padna. Miserable. Miserable. Miserable.
Miserable,
Miserable.
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 miserable,
Miserable. Miserable.
miserable,
मिजरेबल तुम लोग नहीं कर पाओगे लेकिन मैं अगर करवाऊं बच्चों को क्लास 1 में तुम्हें दिखाऊंगा 2 से 3 बार मेरे बोलने पर वो मिजरेबल बोल देंगे मिजरेबल
Miserable.
मिजरेबल ओके
miserable,
या
Miserable.
मिजरेबल यस
Sir, what is the meaning of optimist?
आई एम कमिंग someone who thinks very positively about the future about every situation thinks positively yeah good things will happen good things will happen things will be okay good things will happen optimist. An opposite, nothing good will happen. Now there is nothing good going to happen. Life is used. Pessimistic. Pessimistic. So young people are often very optimistic. As they grow older, they start to be pessimistic. Ruksar, have you got your hair cut or something? No, 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 no. You know,
No, I haven't.
no, but you know what? Not when you're not looking in the you know in the camera, when you're looking, when your side, looking at your side profile, you remind me of Mayavati. Hey, 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 वही वाला look. When you look sideways, then अरे मायावती मेरे क्लास में क्या कर रही है? Uh, okay, you have a very similar round face, but you are a lot more beautiful, no doubt. Mayavati is not very pretty, but I think she's old now, Ruksar. I think when she was young, she was pretty. What do you guys think? You know, when
Yeah.
you go into the history of these politicians, there will be some things that will make you feel like, what? I mean, Kanshi Ram was a politician, right? And Mayavati was a young girl when she got in touch with Kanshi Ram. And eventually, she became the successor of Kanshi Ram. She kinda got hold of the whole party. I don't know. Kashiram had children. He had a wife for sure. I don't know whether people say anything about his relation with Mayavati. And now that I'm talking about it, I'm suddenly feeling curious to. Uh, oh, ha. Yeah. Kashiram and Mayavati had a mentor disciple relationship. He was the guru and she was the cheli. Kanshiram founded the Bahujan Samaj Party and groomed Mayavati as his successor. He named her as his successor in 2001 during a rally in Lucknow. Mayavati became the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh in 1995, the first female scheduled caste chief minister in India. She is the current national president of the BSP. Kanshiram and Mayavati had also planned to convert to Buddhism together when the BSP gained a majority in the central government, but the plan was never realized. Um, Yes, there were rumors about them having a romantic relationship too, which was mainly supported by the fact that Mayavati never got married. Okay, Kanshiram publicly praised Mayavati, highlighting her fundraising efforts for the party and her role in the party's quest for national power. Okay, all right, whatever. Why do I care? Hmm. Yes, I have, came the miserable reply. I went on safari last year in East Africa and I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. The view wasn't worth the climb. The view wasn't worth the climb. The
What?
view wasn't worth the
Was
climb.
what the
Worth is an adjective. Will you agree or disagree? Worth is an
Agree.
adjective. Will you agree or disagree?
Agree, sir.
Worth is a verb. Will you agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Disagree.
Worth cannot be a verb. Otherwise, it has to be a V3, not V1, right? The view
Yeah.
wasn't worth. It is an adjective. The view wasn't worth the climb. It means when you climb and you get to see the view, you don't feel happy. The view wasn't worth the climb. Okay. Suppose somebody told you that XYZ movie is a very good movie. Okay. When you went to the cinema hall, the tickets were all sold out. So you bought a ticket in black. Instead of 400 rupees, you paid 2000 rupees for the ticket. You came out of the film with a smile on your face. You said, "Oh my goodness, what a movie." Your friend reminded you, "You paid 2000." You said, "Yep, but it was worth every single rupiah." The movie was worth every single rupiah you spent, all the 2000 rupees. It was worth 2000 rupees, totally, no problems. It means you have no regrets that you paid 2000 rupees for the ticket. You are still happy. The movie was worth 2000 rupees, no issues. Okay, next, another example. If somebody told you that this Golgappa wala has really tasty Golgappas, okay? But his Golgappas are very expensive. You get only one Golgappa for 10 rupees. Normally, you get 4 Golgappas for 10 rupees, and you're going to get one here. So you say, okay, fine, I'll give it a try. You ate. You ate 10 Golgappas, you spent 100 rupees, and you're still smiling, you're happy. You say, no problems. The taste was worth the extra money. The taste was worth the extra money. You paid extra money, but you have no regrets because the taste was really good. Okay. Another Golgappa wala was very famous for his taste. But again, his counter was, or his cart was so crowded that your turn would come in half an hour. You stood there waiting for your turn for half an hour, okay? Finally, your turn came and you ate a couple of Golgappas and you were like, huh, what is so special about these Golgappas? I waited for half an hour. Nah, the taste wasn't worth the wait. The taste wasn't worth the wait. You waited for half an hour. What for? Nothing. You were not happy, you were not satisfied. The taste wasn't worth the wait. Oh dear, said the happy man. Oh dear, I think you're very ill. I think you're very ill. You need to see the best psychiatrist in the world. You need to see the best psychiatrist in the world. Psychiatrist. Say the word psychiatrist. Psychiatrist. स्पेलिंग मत देखना दोस्तों, स्पेलिंग मत देखना, प्रोनाउंसिएशन सिखाऊं तो स्पेलिंग पे से नजर हटा लेना. Psychiatrist.
psychiatrist,
Psychiatrist. Psychiatrist.
psychiatrist,
Psychiatrist.
Yes,
psychiatrist,
psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
रिदम कैच करो, आवाज सब कैच हो जाएगी. रिदम कैच करो. Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
बस मेरी तरह साउंड करो. ये मत कि हम सही बोल रहे गलत बोल रहे, मत सोचो. मेरी तरह साउंड करो, गाना की तरह. हम गाना गा रहे हैं, मेरी तरह गाओ. Psychiatrist.
psychiatrist,
Okay. You need to see the best psychiatrist in the world.
Sir, how to pronounce the doctor for uh, specialist for children? The doctor.
Pediatrician. Pediatrician.
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician. Pediatrician.
Pediatrician.
Okay. You need to see the best psychiatrist in the world. His name is Dr. Greenbaum. He's the
Greenbaum,
only man who can help you.
the
He's
only
the
man.
only man who can help you. I am Dr. Greenbaum, replied the man sadly. I am Dr. Greenbaum. I am Dr. Greenbaum. Hindi.
हम ही तो हैं डॉक्टर भी।
हम ही तो है डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम। अब हम ही तो है, क्या कोई एक्स्ट्रा वर्ड यूज हुआ? क्यों? क्योंकि कई जगहों पे इंग्लिश में इंटोनेशन एक्स्ट्रा वर्ड का काम कर जाता है। देख लो, ए एम कैसे लिखा है यहाँ पर, देखो क्यों। द सेंटेंस सेज यू हैव टू स्ट्रेस इट। रीड द सेंटेंस।
I am Dr. Green.
आई
नहीं तो
एम डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम।
नहीं तो है
या इंग्लिश 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 से इट।
I
आई एम
am
डॉक्टर
Dr. Green.
ग्रीनबॉम
नहीं, स्ट्रेस यहाँ पर एम पे, डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम। आई एम डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम।
आई एम डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम
आई एम डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम।
I
आई
am
एम
Dr.
डॉक्टर ग्रीनबॉम
Greenbaum.
Ever and never. Ah, talk to this girl. Her name is Anna. Talk to Anna. Ask her questions. Anna will answer. I am Anna. Go ahead. Anna with the mustache. Go ahead.
Have you ever have you ever been to
Have you
Paris?
ever been to Paris?
Yeah, I have. Many times, actually. Many times.
Have you ever traveled
Have you
to
ever traveled on
Eurostar?
ट्रैवल यूरोस्टार
Have you
No,
ever
I
been
have.
to Eurostar?
Have you ever been
हैव
to
यू
London?
एवर बीन टू लंदन
Of course. My husband is English.
हैव यू एवर मीट
Have
द
you ever
प्राइम
met
मिनिस्टर
the Prime Minister?
No,
Prime
of
Minister.
course I haven't. What do you mean, Prime Minister? Who am I to meet the Prime Minister?
हैव यू एवर
Have you
सीन
ever
ए
seen
प्ले
Have you
इन
ever
a
वेस्ट
in
एंड
a
थिएटर
West End theater?
Yeah, I have. I love going to the theater.
Have you ever had
हैव यू
fish
एवर हैड
and chips?
No, I haven't. Are they good?
Have you ever lived in Europe?
Yes. When I was a student, I lived in Berlin for 6 months. Now, what do you know about me? अभी मेरे बारे में क्या पता चल गया? एना के बारे में क्या पता चल गया? बताओ।
Anna has been
एंड
to
बीन
Paris.
Paris?
She's never traveled to
Travel on
Eurostar
Eurostar.
on travel on Eurostar.
And
She has been to
she has
London.
been to
She
London.
has never
She
met
has
the
never
Prime Minister,
met the Prime Minister.
and
She has seen
she
ही
she has
हैज
been
बीन
played.
play in a West End
Yeah,
theater. She she has never
she has
tried
never been.
fish
She has
and
never
fried fish
had
and
fish and chips.
fish and chips. She has been in Europe.
And she has lived in Europe.
हीरो
You have lived in Europe, right? Good. Well done.
Sir, give it a try and give it a go. Is it a is are they same?
Very. Good try. Give it a go. Have a go. Yes. So students, I have given you the homework for tomorrow. Actually, मैंने बहुत patience के साथ present perfect पढ़ाया है आपको. Okay, and this has shown big results. I have not felt this happy in Unit 12 as in this class. A lot of you have given good answers. यहाँ तक कि अंशु भी आखिर में सही जवाब देने लगे, जो इतना मुश्किल में डाल देती थी मुझे सीधी चीजों में. Okay, so that's really good. And अभी मैंने रियलाइज किया है कि मेरे क्लास को ना बैलेंस करना चाहिए, लाइक थोड़ी हिंदी चीजें बता देनी चाहिए शुरुआत में, एंड देन आई शुड डू इट माय वे. Yeah, a combination. I should not, because some people understand these things better the old way, and then the practice gives them clarity, which is great. Now, I'm playing 12.6 for you guys. 12.6.
Tape script 12.6. No, not
Yet. 1.
Have you checked your emails yet?
Yes, I've just checked them, but there wasn't one from you.
2.
Have you done the shopping?
No, I haven't. I'm too tired to go out.
3.
Have you washed your hair?
Yes, I've just washed it.
4.
Have you cleaned the car yet?
Yes, I've just cleaned your car and mine.
5.
Mom, have you made the dinner yet?
Yes, dinner's ready. Go and wash your hands.
6.
Have you done the washing up yet?
No, I did it last night. It's your turn.
7.
Have you met the new student yet?
Yes, I have. I met her on the way to school this morning.
8.
Have you finished the exercise?
Yes, I've just finished it. Thank goodness.
Okay, guys, I am going to share 12.6 with you. I want you to listen to this at home a couple of times and write down the audio script. Now, I want you to do this exercise here. Go ahead. Pick the correct sentence. And I'll give you only 3 minutes. Done?
Yes, sir.
In 1 minute, not 3 minutes. Wow, good. You guys did it in 1 minute. All of you? Have you decided which sentence is correct?
Yes, sir.
Number 1, which is correct?
Number is
Oh,
I saw.
I have
I
seen
saw
Kelly
Kelly
yesterday.
yesterday.
No,
I have
no,
seen Kelly.
correct. I saw Kelly yesterday.
I have seen Kelly yesterday.
Which is correct?
Correct sentence is the first one.
Which one?
First one.
You think first one, the upper one.
Yeah. upper
Shubhankar,
one.
Yeah, I saw Kylie yesterday.
Nishat,
First,
Anish.
yeah, so
I saw Kelly yesterday. First one.
Yesterday is a
yeah,
time Yesterday is a definite time. And that's why you shouldn't use the present perfect. Present perfect never tells you the time of the incident. Present perfect only says ha hua, nahi hua, like that. But it doesn't tell you the time. So yesterday is mentioned. That's why past simple is better. I saw Kyle yesterday. 2.
Did you ever?
Did you
No,
ever?
no. Have you ever met?
Have you ever met my cousin?
Yeah.
Have you ever met
Have
my
you ever
cousin?
met my cousin?
Have you ever
The
met
lower
my
one.
cousin?
Yeah.
3.
When did she go to Bali?
Why?
Upper one is correct. When did she go to
When did
Bali?
she go? Time. You're talking about
Yeah.
time. Cannot
When
use
did
the
she?
present perfect. When did she go? 4.
What are you going to do in Rome?
What are you going to do in Rome?
What are you going to do in Rome? 5.
He
He
doesn't like
doesn't
flying.
Doesn't like flying.
Doesn't like flying. 6.
Has Lara
Lara
finished packing yet?
packing a
Lara finished
Lara
packing,
finished packing it?
yet goes at the end, remember?
Yeah.
7.
Have you ever been?
Have you ever
Rock.
been to a rock concert?
Have you ever been to a rock concert? The lower one is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll wrap up a bit early today and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Mahfouz.
Sir, please send that the chef you told about.
What?
The chef
Oh,
videos you
yeah.
told about her.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Good that you reminded me. Yeah. Nigella Lawson. What is her name? Nigella Lawson. Nigella Lawson. Nigella Lawson.
When my first book came out, a lot of my friends teased me and said that it should really be called
The Rhubarb Pea and Marsala Cookbook, and I am beginning to think that this series should be called The Lemon Chili and Mint Show. But I'm not apologising for that. I mean, restaurant chefs have to dazzle us with their novelty, but at home, cooking with familiar ingredients is what it's all about. And anyway, there is another reason why this particular programme is so heavily sprinkled with mint. For me, just the smell of it instantly evokes hot-shouldered summer. It's just...
Do you understand what she's saying?
No, sorry.
She has a British accent. You'll have to get used to these accents by,
That's not a...
making your ears accustomed. You listen more and more.
One-mode herb. I mean, yes, it's pungent, but it's also so...
Yeah, it is pungent, but yet it is so... Okay, pungent is a smell, taste, pungent.
refreshing, and it's peppery, but it's sweet, and I love that combination. And I use mint, untraditionally, I admit, in my version of a gimlet, which should be vodka or gin and lime cordial, but I like fresh lime, summer sharpness. Somehow it's impossible to be English without being afflicted by the most terrible strawberry nostalgia, We all cling on to this belief that there was a time when life was good and strawberries really tasted of strawberries, sweet and red and juicy, and holding the whole of summer in their buried centre. Yeah, but we all know it's not always like that. I mean, sure, when fruit's as luscious as this, you want to eat them as they are, just untouched. But for the rest of the time, they need a bit of help. I love to use a reader's tip that I picked up from a newspaper to make strawberries fragrant with rosewater. Helen halve a couple of punnets of strawberries and sprinkle over a spoonful each of caster sugar and rosewater.
So again, guys, there are two things, here.
Fast food is an obvious necessity in all our lives, but it doesn't have to be all briskness and efficiency, which is just as well, because these are not my strong points. The idea here, for me, is food that I love eating, but that doesn't give me a nervous breakdown to cook. I mean, for example, a stir-fry takes hardly any time to cook, but the preparation can seem endless. What I'm after is minimum effort for maximum pleasure in both the cooking.
What I'm after is for minimum pleasure, minimum effort, maximum pleasure. So you see, she's talking about that, cooking. Yeah, you have to spend a lot of time, energy to cook good things. So she's like most chefs, they always claim that the dish they are sharing or telling you about is an easy dish to cook, but it will be really, really, tasty, delicious. So to understand her, you have to use your earphones, slow down sometimes her speaking, get used to. Okay, like I said, I remember I used to listen to her in 2009 and 10. My friend had gifted me a Tata Sky, direct DTH. It was a free thing. I didn't have to recharge it. And I had more than 400 channels back then. It was really cool. And I used to watch so many international shows. One of them was a show she had on Star World, I think. I didn't watch her on YouTube mostly. I watched her when I was younger. I was in my 30s, I think, early 30s. And she was also very much younger. Old videos. Old videos.
Sir, what did you do to remember that amount of vocabulary?
Nothing. That's the best thing, Nothing. Just live. We Indians know more Hindi word than most people outside India, right? It could be that we don't use those words, but we know them. Passive vocabulary, yes, passive vocabulary. Ten years ago. This video was 10 years ago. Nigella.
Really strong taste because the paprika will give it to you anyway. As I say, it's just warming it through and letting everything just mellow. Beautiful.
Anyone who is not interested in cooking, they cannot stay here for longer than 5 minutes because of the beauty of the lady, right? But somebody who's interested in cooking and beautiful women, they'll not leave the channel, I'll tell you, okay? They'll learn. And that's what happened. I used to spend hours and hours listening to her, watching her videos. On Star World, there was a show, Nigella Lawson. I don't remember the name of the show. And I learned more about her life. She is a divorcee as well. Her husband could not handle her, so they had to get divorced. Okay. Imagine such a successful, beautiful, soft-spoken lady. A man could not handle her. So anyways, so Nigella Lawson, you guys can find her on, YouTube and watch some videos. If you're interested in cooking, otherwise find videos of your own interest. I have watched many videos of her. Now I'm in my late 40, mid 40s, so it's different. But when I was 30, I used to find her very attractive, and I used to listen to her like, I would not be wrong if I said I had a little bit of crush on that girl, lady, I really liked her, the way she spoke and all. And yeah, so watch.
Did you do what did I say, sir? what do I say? Like you also like, have you heard the name of the Kasoor movie actress?
Yeah, Lisa Ray.
Yeah, sir, Lisa Ray.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Wow, such a
Yeah.
beautiful lady.
But there was one thing about her. I saw one photo of her where she had her teeth, and her
Hmm.
teeth were like rather big for my liking. Her teeth were a little rather big for my liking, and I don't know. I mean, she was very attractive and everything,
Yeah.
but ever since I saw that one photo of hers,
Hmm.
something happened, and I didn't like her so much after that. I remember
But
watching that
yeah,
film, Kasoor movie.
yes,
What
sir.
a film, and what a story. And that girl spoke very good English too.
Hmm.
Actually, I think she was born and raised somewhere else, not in
I
India.
think, yeah, sir, not in
She came
India.
to India
Yeah.
only to work in movies. She did a
Hmm.
couple of films and she left.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember going to the Kisan Cinema Hall, watching that film there, Kasoor. So the other day I was watching that song, with my wife, romantic song. It was good. Yeah. So guys, कुछ भी करके interest जगा लेना चाहिए. That's all in learn, English. Anything, whatever you find interesting, just listen. It doesn't matter who you're listening to. Anybody who speaks English as their first language. That's it. And just make them your role model and spend time listening. Your English will definitely grow. And for explanation, you always have me whenever you feel confused. See ya. I'm wrapping up. Bye bye.
So,
Bye.
Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.